Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Muhammad Amin, and today I speak not just as the CEO of the Rohingya Center of United Kingdom, but as a voice for my people, the Rohingya, a people whose story is rooted in generation of struggle, sacrifice, and above all, unwavering hope. We, the Rohingya people, are an indigenous people from Arakan, today known as Rakhine State in western Myanmar. Arakan has always belonged to the Rohingya people. We did not came to Burma, but in fact the Burma came to us. Our history in this land stretches back centuries. We were farmers, fishermen, traders, teachers, a proud people with a rich culture, language, heritage, and traditions rooted in Islam. We coexisted with others, contributing to the social, cultural, and economic fabric of the region. That peaceful way of life was shattered during the Second World War. In 1942, when the Japanese invaded Burma and the British forces retreated, and the British recruited Rohingya Muslims to fight back against the Japanese invasions. In return, they promised protections and autonomy to the Rohingya people. But when Burma gained independence from British in 1948, those promises were forgotten. Instead of inclusion, we were met with suspicions, seen as a threat rather than a part of the new nations. This was the beginning of a systematic erasure, not just of our rights, but of our very identity as Rohingya. Then came in 1962, and the military coup, General Ne Win regimes overthrew the democratic government, and what followed was a state-sponsored persecution against the Rohingya people. We were marginalized, our citizenship was stripped away, we became stateless in the land we had lived in for centuries. Then, in 1982, the infamous citizenship law rendered us illegal in our own homeland. It denied us education, healthcare, freedom of movement, basic human rights, which we all take for granted. It tried to erase us from history. In 2012, violence erupted again, fueled by hate speeches and state propaganda. Villages were burned. Over 145,000 of us were forced into internal displacement camps. To this day, many remain there, trapped, forgotten behind the fences. Then came August 2017. The Myanmar military launched a genocide, a coordinated campaign of death and destructions against the Rohingya people. Over 745,000 Rohingya fled to Bangladesh. The world witnessed the horror. Over 395 villages destroyed, mass grave uncovered, children orphaned. The UN called it a textbook example of ethnic cleansing. But for us, it was simply the latest phase in a decade-long genocide. And yet, our suffering is not over. Today, new threats rise not only from the military but from the Arakan army, the rebel groups, claiming to fight for ethnic Rakhine's rights. But they now target Rohingya, our people villages, burn our homes, abduct our young men, and forcefully conscripted Rohingya youth. This is not a liberation, it is operation under a different name. We are trapped between a brutal military and an armed group that see us not as a neighbors but as an outsider. The goal remains the same: to erase the Rohingya people from our ancestral homeland by force or fear. I speak not only from knowledge but from lust. Like many others, I have seen my community torn apart, loved ones disappear, elders humiliated, children growing up with only exile, camps, and longing for a land they may never see. Yet, despite all of this, we remain committed and hopeful. We have built voice in the diaspora, in refugee camps, and through organizations like Rohingya Center of United Kingdom in Bradford. We are reclaiming our narratives, telling our own truth. We are not defined by suffering, but by our resilience, our culture, and our unshakable hope. We dream of a future where the Rohingya can return home in safety, in dignity, with full rights as human. Where our language is spoken freely, our faith is respected, and our children can go to school without fear and further atrocity. To our brothers and sisters in the UK and across the world, your solidarity is not just appreciated, it is vital. In this sacred month of Dhul Hajj, we remember the story of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi wasalam. His trust in Allah, his sacrifice, his sabr and tawakkul. These values are also our own. We too have sacrifice. We too live with patience and purpose, facing unimaginable horror and injustice. So, my brother and sister, I urge you all, learn our history, share our story, speak our name as the Rohingya. Let the world know that despite over 7 decades of persecution, despite genocide, and despite new attempts to erase us, we are still here and we will remain with dignity, with memory, and with hope. Jazakallahu khair. Thank you very much.